Hi, welcome to Soulful. My name is Latoya,
I'm Nakia.
Hey, Toya.
and today we have the beautiful Miss Shay Arter.
Hi
Yeah, yeah.
everyone. I'm excited.
Thank you for coming. So let's jump right in. Let's talk about what we're working on. What am I working on? I am working on anxiety issues. That's the majority of my week so far, but I'm gonna get it under control. What about
Amen.
you, Nakia?
I worked on a PowerPoint and have a presentation at work.
Okay.
What about the computer? Did you get to finish it, or did your computer
No, I
crash
didn't
three
get to
times?
finish it. It crashed 4 times. So I'm calling the help desk tomorrow and gonna sit on the phone with them all day.
Oh no. I call them the helpless desk girl.
Yes, they are very
Oh,
helpful.
what's this? Toya?
I've been working on managing social media, managing Facebook communities today, engaging. It's been great.
That
That's
was
your
so
I
fight.
love
fake.
it.
That was so fake.
I
Ugh.
know.
Oh,
That's as
Shay, what
bad
you
as that
working
accent.
on?
I've been work I've been working on adulting, trying to figure out things. I'm in a transition in my life when it comes to career wise. So working on adulting and currently my health because I've been working out now consistently and trying to eat right. However, but yeah, so that's what I'm working on. Just
Way fried
transitioning.
chicken is set up. Listen.
Girl, and fried green tomatoes, all of that. I ain't got this butt and hips for nothing.
Okay, so as y'all can see, you've got a little taste of the wonderful woman we have here, Miss Shay Arter. This beautiful soul is a recent nursing graduate and a relationship enthusiast. She has always had a deep passion for life, love, and God's purpose. She is a radio host and has been on many shows. She is also the proud owner of two Facebook groups, one called Pretty in Jesus, and the other one is Let's Talk Relationships. So, Shay, you can take it away.
Okay, first of all, ladies, I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity. It's really huge. I'm grateful to be a part of your show. All of y'all are beautiful to me, and I was great. It's always great interacting with y'all.
Back at you, sis.
Thank you. So first, I did want to touch upon. I know that our topic today is life, love, and purpose. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is life in general. Life literally. I don't know. I think that I'm 32 and I've really become to really find the beauty in life. I'm a type of person that my glass is always half full, not half empty. And I think that, life can be it can be rough sometimes. And it's always better to look at the better versus the worst, especially with this whole COVID and stuff going on. We got to find some beauty in it, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Fix
I
it.
know.
Jesus.
Fix
Yeah.
it fast, Jesus. But life in general, what I've learned that I wanted to touch upon is discipline. Like, it's funny to me because the way God is set up, I'm not a person of discipline. Like, and I'm an Aries, and I'm not sure if a lot of people are familiar with Aries, but we kind of live life on the edge. We like to just be spontaneous, do whatever. I remember one time, well, speaking of spontaneous, I remember one time me and Toya, like, she randomly had asked, like, she was like, what you doing Labor Day? I'm like, nothing, girl. I'm like, she's like, I really wish I could go back to South Carolina. I'm like, why can't we? She's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, I just got my car. I'm like, let's fill up the tank. Let me make sure my tires are good. And we got on the road. Like, that's just the type of
Let's go.
person.
No, we don't.
Yes, like, let's go. So I'm just a person of like experience. Like, I like to, create memories and I'm big on experience. But I don't like discipline. So being a recent nursing graduate, it has taught me a lot of discipline, to be honest with y'all. How do y'all feel about discipline?
I
I
never
haven't.
thought of it.
I
It's
have.
necessary. It's necessary.
Mm-mm.
That is so true. But it's rough.
I have it to a certain degree. I guess it depends on the situation. Because some things I'm like very, straightforward. Like, nope, it got to be this way, got to be that way, got to be that way. And then other times I'm like, doo, 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 in the cloud somewhere, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
So I think about the things that I want to accomplish that are difficult. Like it takes discipline. Like I'm never gonna lose these hips and thighs if I don't get disciplined. Lord.
Girl, that's
Girl.
real. Well, y'all know where I'm at right now. Like I told y'all, I'm just starting to get back on my journey of working out. When I actually started working out before nursing, and it was like 2018, I really started the journey, and I lost 50 pounds. And nursing came, and then like all that went out the window because I had sleepless nights. I'm trying to figure out when to sleep. I'm up studying, doing, X, Y, and Z. So all that went out the window, but I'm trying to find it back. Trying to find my way, y'all. Trying to find my way.
mm-hmm.
Pray for me.
Yes.
But yeah, there's beauty in the journey though. I admire how there's like ups and downs. I feel like you have to be appreciative of the downs, the ups, all of it. Like it's all a part of our journey. My journey is not Toya's journey, not Nakia's journey. Nakia's journey is not your journey. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all, your journey. So be appreciative and just some inspiration. Just keep pushing and just know that it's your journey.
Yeah.
I think that's a wise statement because a lot of us just see the bumps. We're in the bump and it's like, God, what's going on? Why am I even dealing with this? I'm a good person, that type of thing. But as you live this life out, I think that you notice that, wow, he brought me through that. Okay, he brought me through that. He brought me through that. And then when you really think about that, you can definitely appreciate the journey. So I'm glad that you brought that up. Yes.
Thank you. I completely agree with you. I think that it's all about perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are looking at it in a negative way, that's not going to, help you. I think that, I don't know what it is, but I'm really kind of, to a certain extent, obsessed with the way God is in regards to, he's so strategic, and I love him for that. Because, like, you never know. Like, I always say, like, he's so strategic to the point that you get out of bed to the second that you put your foot into the shower. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't think about that stuff, though. But, if you are stuck at a light for, like, ever, you, like, wonder, like, what's going on? Why all this traffic? You never know what God is protecting you from or what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And we don't know that strategy. And so it's cool just to see, like, what's he going to do? Because we don't know his strategy.
So many times we've been chilling and then she be like, wait, pause, stop, hold on, gosh told me this, I know we're supposed to be and we be looking like, what happened?
That is so funny.
She'll be like, wait a minute, I dreamed this is gonna happen and that is gonna happen, and we all looking like, don't dream about me, hold on, wait.
That is so funny. Toya has been there with me when I've had some of my real moments, like I'm gonna share a testimony with y'all in regards to this, but do you remember the whole story with Victoria when we was at work and I felt the spirit and I told Victoria that she had to stop her birth control?
Yes. Oh yes.
Wow.
That's when she got pregnant. Yes, she got pregnant.
Okay. Yes. So me and Toya, we was like at work. Victoria was not trying to let us leave, and I was like, "It's time to go." But she wasn't off till like 6, and me and Toya was off at 5:30. But Victoria kept talking to us, and I'm just like,
holding us hostage.
She was, girl. She still do that to this day. So I was like, we just talking and stuff, and she was telling us about how her and her husband was going to try for a kid. I think later or something like that. But she was like, I'm not going to start my birth control until, she was like, I was going to stop in December, but I'm not going to stop it until, I think she said like March or something like that. But it was so weird. I just felt this incredible feeling come upon me. And I literally like, it was weird. It was like, I felt like God just was talking through me. I just was like, no, you have to stop your birth control at the end of December because
she's saying it real calm, but that day it was not that calm. It was not. She was like, can you imagine somebody coming to be like, no, you got to stop your birth control now. Like, this is not even an option.
That is true. I was definitely different because it was so overwhelming. Like, it was like, I can't explain sometimes when like you just feel that feeling, you know, within your body. I just was like, no, you gotta stop your birth control now because God has a seed coming in and that seed has to be here at this designated time and blah blah blah.
Wow.
And we just all sat there.
Toya was looking at her like
Well,
crying because I was so overwhelmed.
So listening to you talk about that experience, first of all, that's pretty cool. Like God, he uses people. Yeah, I always like having a friend like Shay. Like they keep you out of trouble. They kind of let you know what's happening next.
Amen.
You know, so praise God for the Shays, the seers in this piece. But yes, and that's a super cool gift to have. You know, so when you were talking about that, though, it made me think about my 7-year-old. She's like, God doesn't speak to us. I don't hear him saying anything. What is he saying? And I love how you described that. It's a feeling like of urgency, and like, you know, he talks to us in so many different ways, you know. And this, I'm not a seer like that, but every once in a while you get there. You know, sometimes what we say is the pin in our stomach or the Holy Spirit or whatever you call it, but it's something that you feel like, okay, you know. And so I'm glad that you talked about that.
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I think, well, like you said, he speaks in so many type of ways. Like we just never know. Like, you know, this one, I just got so many stories, like for real. Like, I mean, he could speak through billboards. You can be walking. He could speak through the leaves or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just never know. But you really do have to pay attention. I feel like it could be the smallest thing. Like he could talk. I'm super girly, y'all. But I'm like, he can talk through lip gloss. Like.
Be like, what's the name of this lip gloss? It says anointed. Yes.
Won't he do it?
Through lip gloss, Shay? Is that what he do?
Girl, like we'll know. Right. Watch him speak through y'all's lip gloss like in the future. I'm like, okay.
Exactly.
That is so funny.
Anointed lip gloss, was that what you want to say, Toya?
Listen, you never know.
Toya, is that your new lip brand? Girl,
hey.
Wow. Wow, look. Yes, ma'am.
You creative, Toya. I'm like, I'm just putting that out there. But no, I think that at the end of the day, just to like sum up life or whatever, I think that everybody has to understand that everybody's journey is different. Everything happens for a reason. You just have to stay positive, and you know, it's all about perspective, and you know, just keep it pushing. It's all a part of the journey.
Yes, that's what makes it best.
Yes,
and
the journey is beautiful, ups and downs. Yes, love.
Exactly. Love. I'm so corny. Like, let me just say that. I'm so corny. I love love. I've always loved love. Like, my favorite movie is The Notebook.
Love that movie. Yes.
I know, right? Like, what's y'all's favorite movie?
300 is my favorite movie.
Is it?
I like a lot of movies.
That's my movie.
Me too.
I can watch that every day. 300. This is Sparta.
I like the 5 heartbeats.
I know.
This is Sparta.
Toya, I am so weak. I want to watch that movie with you now just so I can see your reaction so I can laugh.
Girl, that's my movie. Oh, that's my movie.
I just love genres. Like I love The Notebook, if I can't fall asleep, I'm watching Love and Basketball or Poetic Justice. Like, yeah, I'm so for love, especially Black love. Like I feel like Black love is so important. And it's, to me, it's just so deep. Like, I was talking to, I forgot who I was talking to not too long ago, but just in regards to like, you know, how back in the day, how slavery used to try to demolish the Black families and Black men, you know, from their, you know, wives and stuff like that. So I just think that I'm really an advocate of Black love.
Yes. Black love matters. Yes.
Ooh, I like that hashtag. Black love matters. That's importante. But I feel like, okay, speaking of love, I want to touch upon like old love versus new love. Is it just me, or is it really that old? Like that old love, like the old love is not at all compared to the new love. Like it makes me sad.
So what do you mean by that? What's
You
old
know,
love and new love?
you mean like
okay,
60s love?
I'm sorry, what was that?
You mean like 60s love compared to 2000s? Or
Yes.
Or you mean like, oh, boyfriend love?
when
Like,
we were in high school, basically married.
I got y'all. Let me explain. Basically, like the 80s, 70s type love versus the generation now type love.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
no.
I know. Like it just, I feel like, you know, no one really wants to be committed no more. It's just, you know, people are divorcing like ASAP. Like people don't want to stick together. I just feel like back in the day it was different. Like they, you know, they struggled through things. They decided to go through things, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they didn't give up easily. I feel like our generation just be like so quick to give up and, you know, just move forward.
Right.
I'm like, why don't you stick and fight? You know what I'm saying? Like all relationships and marriages go through fire.
Because I think there's a perception that um, relationships should always be happy, and that's not true.
Mm.
That's
That is, I completely agree.
very not true. You are going to have those ups and downs. You are going to have those good days, those bad days. But looking at it in a whole, your good days should outweigh those bad days.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And the time between the bad days and the good days should be like very minimal. Like you should not have bad days for 3 months in a row. You should cut that time in half, or to work on getting that time cut down so that you're not
Mm-hmm.
in a bad time for a long time, because that deteriorates the relationship. So yeah, we can go a couple days. I'm mad at you. I won't talk to you. But day after tomorrow, I'm hungry. What's for dinner? You know, you know what I
Right.
mean. That I mean that's how our relationship runs over in this house. So
I got you. It's funny, my little boo, like when we had our disagreement, I sent him a text like, are you still mad? Like, are you done being stubborn?
right, like we finished.
Exactly. We finished. Now it's time to like love on each other again. Like, you know, get
Right.
past it.
We can disagree. That's no problem, because one, we are whole people. We
Mm-hmm.
are individual people with our own minds and our own life and our own experience. So yeah, I have a different opinion
Yes.
than you, and that's fine, because that's probably one of the things that brought us together.
Mhm.
Opposites attract. So a new way of
True.
thinking brought you to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if people agree on everything, that'll start getting boring.
that is super
Agreed.
boring. Ew.
No, maybe it will, because no matter what you say, you'd be like, "Want to throw rocks today? Sure, babe."
Like what? That's why I can't have no yes men.
Right. What do you mean? Did you not want to ask me, like, why the hell you want to throw rocks today? Like, I need you to challenge that, because if you said that to me, I got questions.
Right. I know that's right. Like, excuse me? No, you definitely would have questions. You ain't playing that crap. I think that or no, actually what I was gonna ask y'all, what advice would you have given yourself like a long time ago before you got into a serious relationship? Like what advice would you have given yourself?
Mm.
Slow down.
That real amen.
I would probably say, mm, I would tell myself, if you ask more than once, you're begging.
Mm.
That's what I would tell myself. If you got to ask more than once, then you're begging.
I love
That
it.
would have eliminated a lot of stuff in my relationship. I'm not asking you no more. I'm good. And I'd have went on by my merry way.
Girl, that was real.
Yep.
I don't know if I would, I definitely wouldn't have done anything different. So I'm not sure. I think the thing of what I would recommend to myself was just sooner just to focus on the word of God to direct you, versus
Mm-hmm.
people, even people in the church, because they doing a myriad of different things that are different than what's suggested in the word. So just focus on what you feel in your spirit and what the word says. That's what I would have told myself.
I love it. I think I would have told myself it's okay to focus on you and take care of yourself first and find yourself before seeking a relationship.
That's important.
I completely agree. I think that just from my upbringing and things like that, it makes me realize, you know, a lot of us women, we go through a lot of hurt, you know, at a young age. And just being transparent for a moment, I like at a young age, I had voids to where I was seeking, you know, companionship from men. And like, I wasn't taking care of myself and pouring into myself and finding out who I am. And I think that it's super important for you to find out who you are and become whole in yourself before you go seeking to be with someone else.
Right.
Totally agree. Yeah, my mom got married when she was like 18 or 19. I'm like, man, I couldn't even imagine. I wouldn't have had the adventures and found out who Toya was if I, you know, would have done something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have had the adventures.
Right. I don't think that we would have found out what we would have liked, what we disliked, what we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
What we're capable of, what we want. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have took the relationship serious. Like I wouldn't have, like it would have been a joke to me at that point because I can't take that seriously. Boy, I'm 18. What? You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been able to take that seriously.
But like you said, Shay, everybody's different. Thank you, baby. Everybody's journey is different. I think about my mom when I reflect. She knew she wanted a man that was like Martin Luther King. She wanted a man, and then my dad does. Like I remember as a child, he actually knew he memorized Martin Luther King's speeches. He was known for that in his community. So a lot of the things she was ready for that. I just not me. No man.
oh wow. Yeah, like you said, everybody's journey is different. Go ahead, mom.
Yeah.
She's like, I know what I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
I thank God because I think I knew what I wanted, but God knew what I needed. You know.
Hey. Okay. You know I got the fan out now. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Because, you know, I think that, and even to this day, you know, I've always had expectations. Like, you know, I'm 32. Like I don't have kids. I always expected I would be married at an earlier age. But I'm grateful that I didn't have kids at an early age. I'm grateful that, you know, my journey was different because I did get to explore who I am and like, you know, and not saying that I couldn't if I did have kids and stuff like that, but you know, everybody's journey is different. But I thank God for me trying to think of me thinking what I wanted. And he's like, nah, that's not what you need, boo-boo.
Yeah.
I have a friend I sat down and when we were younger and we wrote down our ideal man because we were going through some series where it was saying, you know, be specific on and say what you want. Well, back then, you really don't have no clue what you want. And that list was ratchet. That list was a hot mess.
Wait,
Like,
do you remember some of it?
Huh?
Do you remember what was on it?
Yeah, like we had stuff like, okay, you gotta have a car. Now I'm thinking back, I'm like, what? But like we was like, we put stuff like he couldn't wear like
Boo-boo.
yeah, like we could, this stuff that just didn't even matter at the time, really. But it was like I was like, he can't have no grill in his mouth. I mean, I'm still like that right now.
Hey,
But,
can I get a little grill? Ain't nothing wrong with a little grill. Hey,
no.
hey,
No, but you know that was big down south. So
hey.
I mean, little stuff like that. We didn't even think past the, you know, what he needed to be, you know, a man of God, and he needed to be a guy that respects not only me as a woman, but maybe look at how he treats his mom. Those are stuff that we learned later on. But at the time, we was like, he gotta be 6'2", and you know, we're thinking of all the things that we're attracted to, and
Of course.
it's so much deeper than
You
that.
know what I prided myself on when I started talking to dudes in my 20s? Like, I don't. Oh, Shay. Is Shay back? Okay.
I'm back.
Okay. I prided myself on, and again, this is pride. I don't have any children. I will never be with a guy that had kids. You know what I'm saying? And then walks in Harry Glenn in Bible study one day. He got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? He's a lot older than me. And what it was going back to love. I saw him, how he dealt with his children, how he did his 6-year-old's hair, how he spent his last money, his little check and bought them clothes. He knew everybody's sizes.
Wow.
They didn't have to go. They didn't have to go to the store with them. He knew exactly what they wanted and how to dress them, and that was just so much love. There's like, why would I, not? Because his children are beautiful, and so a couple things. God brought my pride all the way down, and
Hmm.
again, the just the love of God, it always prevails. It just does.
Right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that's
That is.
interesting because that's one of your requirements.
I know, girl. I was like, she kind of blessed me low key because I was just like, it's weird. Well, I just never saw myself. How can I put this? I love kids, love them. Like I want some sooner than later. But I never really wanted to deal with a guy with kids. And like I just never saw that for myself. I think that I was or I still am super big on experiencing our first child together. Like I just desire that experience for us to go through the emotions of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like him in the delivery room, not knowing what to expect. Like I just love the anticipation of it all. And I think that was what's really important to me. And my mom, she's so funny. She just used to always be like, I don't see you, being a stepmom and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I could be a stepmom. I just think that I desire, my desires are different. And honestly, with the guy I have, I'm hoping that, that does come to pass, because he doesn't
let me
have
just let me just say, and that's cool. Let me just say, having that first child and having my husband that knew exactly what to do, how to do it, it was because I didn't know what to do. A child, like I did not change a diaper for the first 3 days in the hospital. It was all my husband, and then my mom helped out a little bit, but he just knew exactly what to do. So I'm just saying that was a blessing that I didn't even think about.
I so did not even think about that. Look at that. And you said that so gracefully. I just love it. You're so graceful. Yes, that's beautiful. I don't think I've ever looked at it from that perspective, but because he's experienced and knows what to do and stuff like that. That's good. I like it.
Like he knew
Thank
how
you
to
for
do my
spilling that little tea.
emotions. Yeah, he knew how to do my emotions. He knew how to mechanically how to do everything. Every dude don't know how to change a diaper. Like I'm grateful.
Amen, girl. I love that. Look at that perspective.
Yeah.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Perspective. I love that. Amen. So, okay. Well, speaking of love, I'm gonna bring up a question that I have for y'all. What is the most important characteristic of a relationship to you?
Communication.
Foundation for me. A godly foundation.
This a toss up because two words come to mind: respect and communication.
Mhm.
I say respect because um, a lot of things fall in place when you have respect for someone. You will naturally treat them a certain way if you respect them. You will naturally not come out your mouth a certain way. You'll naturally think of them because you respect them. So a lot of that communication will automatically kind of happen. Some of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the basis of it should happen if you respect that person. Like I respect him. I think the world of him. So when I'm out, I'm going to think about him before I do something because I don't want to do something that hurts him. I don't want to do something that uh, puts him unease. You know what I mean? So you're going to think of that person more. Just like if say you were about to meet some famous person that you highly respect them, you are
Mm-hmm.
not going to talk to them all kind of way. You are going to make sure that they feel welcome. You are going to make sure that they have a good experience with you. You are going to cater to them. So the open communication: how are you feeling? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Are you thirsty? Did you eat today? All of that is going to come because you have so much respect for that person. So that's why I say respect probably is on top, and then communication.
I love it. Great, great. Breaking that down. You the bomb.
Yes. I say godly foundation are the same foundation because a lot of the things that she said, what Toya said, you're pulling from the same pot. Like we both know where to go. If we have a problem, we know to go to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
And we know that God is love. And so because we were trying to be loving and trying to be godly, we deal with each other as best as we can, gently when issues arise and all that kind of stuff. Because again, we're pulling from the same source, which is, biblical teachings and so forth.
I love it. What about you, Nakia?
As was communication, because I feel as though when you first meet a person, that is one of the major things that draws you to them. For me, because I'm a smart aleck, so I like someone who can banter back and forth with me and hold their own. I always have big words, and I'm always smart mouth and sarcastic. So to me, communication, because that's what attracts me first. Your mind, your talk, your way of going.
I love it. I'm on the same page with y'all when it comes to communication. I think that communication is so important. For me, I just feel like a lot of relationships lack in life communication. And I think that, if we can just, communicate it all, like, I think that, I don't know if y'all are, but I'm an overthinker. And so, and I think that sometimes, like, say for instance, I don't get a text back, within like, I just text you and you take like 8 hours to text me back. I done made up a whole scenario in my head. I'm like, did I do something? Did I say something? Like, what did I do wrong? Like you sit up here and you make this whole scenario in your head when it's not even that. He done broke his phone right. Or something small, you know what I'm saying? But I do think communication is key, like to communicate everything.
Yeah.
Good stuff. How do y'all feel about relationships and privacy, like in social media and stuff like that? What is your outlook on that?
What do you mean?
Like in regards to like, posting, your relationship, or posting like about your relationship.
I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
I care, and I don't. Okay, so me and my dude are friends on Facebook. We will like each other's posts, comment every now and then, but that's about it. I mean, we were together about 4 years before we ever even put a picture up together on Facebook. Like, I mean, I don't feel like I don't think it's a good idea to invite people into your relationship, because that's gonna everyone is, like they say, everyone will remember any bad stuff, but no one will know about good stuff, or the good stuff gets kind of pushed away. Ain't that the same dude that that just you was cussing out last week on Facebook? Like, they'll be then came in your comments like, oh, he's your king now. That's what it is.
Like, stay in your lane.
Now you want to be like, mind your business, but you want to put it out there, So I don't have a temperament to handle stuff like that, because I no.
Girl, you be snatching life.
I'm like, let me just not go there, and now I ain't gotta worry about that. Like,
yes, no, that's self. So I remember working in a call center many years ago, before Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And the one time I put a picture of my boyfriend, like front and center in my little cubicle, and everybody's coming by, oh, that's your boyfriend. And then, maybe 3 months later, he tried me, what I'm saying? And that's kind of why we put his picture, what I'm saying? To put his picture, but everybody's, oh, what happened to the picture? That type of thing. And so I just feel like it's just best to kind of keep that private.
Like, just business. Why are you in my cubicle?
So my husband and I, we're friends on Facebook, I think still. Yeah, we are. But we don't happy anniversary, none of that kind of stuff. Like, that's private. Like, but that's my personal feelings. Like, I think whatever works for you in your relationship, do that there. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I love it. That once again, that's that journey, girl. That's that journey.
Yes.
Everybody's journey different.
That's right.
Because if you put all your business out there, you end up like Will and Jada. Well, all your business, everybody commenting, giving you advice. Everybody becomes a therapist. Everybody becomes a relationship counselor.
Right.
Don't say the
Listen,
word though. Entanglement.
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 That is
Then you
the
bringing
word of
yourself to the red
20.
table.
Listen,
Your old self.
that is the word of 2020.
Yes.
Right. That entanglement stuff is so crazy, man.
And look, none of
Yes.
us even got the authority to give any advice on that. Like
That's
none of
right.
us. That's their marriage.
Right. That's
Like
their
they
marriage.
said, they gonna ride together, they gonna die together. Bad
Yeah.
marriage
Bad
for life.
marriage for life.
Bad
I love
marriage.
it. Baby, if you like it, I love it.
That's
Listen.
right. That part.
But over here in these parts, we're not
Yes.
having that.
And these
We're, yeah, blessed marriage for life.
amen.
Yes.
Yes.
I
That's
think
right.
that for me, I'm such an open person. And the
Mhm.
guy that I talk to, like he's like very like reserved. And I think that because he's so reserved, it's taught me, levels to being reserved. And I think
Mm.
that having it be more private is better. You know what I'm saying? But I at first was one who was like, oh my goodness, like, I love, like, just want to like post about it and stuff like that. But learning about, just learning to be more reserved, I feel like the privacy is better.
Right. I think so.
I totally agree. Well, do y'all want to transition to purpose?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so first of all, I just love purpose. I always say that I'm living on purpose. Like, I don't want to not leave an imprint on this earth in regards to the things that I do. I think
Mm.
that I forgot I don't know if it was Les Brown. It wasn't Les Brown. It was who is our guy that unfortunately him and his family like got killed in a plane crash.
Miles Monroe, maybe?
Miles
Okay.
Monroe. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miles Monroe talked about the dash between, on your headstone. He's like, what does your dash mean? And I want my dash to have some meaning. I don't want to just leave this earth without putting an imprint in everybody's life, or not. I don't want to leave the earth and not do what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like that's, yeah, I'm like, that's super important. So I would like to touch upon purpose. What I would like to start with in saying is that your purpose will find you if you pay attention. And I also would like to give a couple of tips in regards to purpose. I remember a girl on Facebook a while ago, she had commented, because I said something like, it's really important to find your purpose. And she was like, but what if you don't know how to find your purpose? And I was like, girl, I was like, that's a legit question, because a lot of people don't know how to find their purpose, or, what to look out for in regards to their purpose. Mm-hmm. So y'all pray for me, because I'm really feeling like I'm about to probably write a book in regards to finding your purpose.
Ooh, go ahead and speak that. Yes.
Yes, we will keep you accountable, sis, because that's needed.
Please do. Please do.
It's out loud, so.
Right, amen. It's already in the atmosphere. So I think just to bring some key components in regards to finding your purpose, I think one of the main things is, does it bring fulfillment? You know what I'm saying? Because I think that, we can do a lot of things like our jobs, like, does it, when you are finished doing what you're doing, does it genuinely in your gut bring a fulfillment? Because, you can work every day, and I feel like it sucks just to have a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I done went and I done worked. It was exactly, I done pay my bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, I don't know, when you are operating in your purpose, your day is just different. Like, I feel like your walk is different. Your perspective is different. Like, there's just a lot that's, different in regards to operating in your purpose. So does it bring you fulfillment? I think that's really important. Another thing is, does it make you happy? I think that a lot of people, well, I feel like a lot of people in the world think that, because it's my, or because I do it just to do it, like, I think it's really important to find if it doesn't make you happy. A lot of people work jobs and I feel like they're not happy, and it really jacks you up down the line. Like, I feel like if you're not happy doing your job, that brings depression. You know, it throws your alarm off. So I think that, you know, recognizing if it makes you happy is important. Like what I realized, like with my mom and like my parents' generation, I just feel like a lot of people just like, you know, they did stuff just to do it, or, you know, or for what I'm looking for like stability. Like, and I understand that too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you sometimes do have to do what you got to do, but when it comes to purpose, you got to dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't want
So
I want
what you say?
I don't want just a job. I want something that is made especially for me. No one can give this but me, because this is my gift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
You know, we you hear all the time that it's not like work when you're in your, and it's just true. Like, you would do it for free.
It's not like work when you love it.
Yeah.
that is so true. It feels different.
Yeah.
I think that in life, I really want people to experience that. Like, it's so weird. I'm just such a happy person all the time, y'all. Like, it could be 5 a.m. and I'm still like this.
Yes. That is so true.
You can feel that energy through the airwaves.
No, we used to tease her, be like, she one of them people that when she walking around, you see like butterflies and doves flying around her head, and you didn't see yes, like
Snow White.
the sky is opening up, that ray of sun is beaming on her. She's like, hello. You know the
That's awesome.
you know who's that? Snow White, how she's walking through the forest and all the birds all over her, and she's just full of love, and everybody is loving her. That is Shay. That is Shay.
I love it. Oh, that blesses me. Thank you, boo. It's funny. I think that Toya, well, on my at my old job, I want to say they called me. Did y'all call me Glitter or Sparkles or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh God, what was it? It was
That's cute.
It was something like that though, like sunshine or sparkles and glitter or something we used to say, like every time she come in, it's like fairy dust fall out of her pocket and stuff. It was just awesome.
You're
I
hilarious.
remember that literally was one of the things that connected me to her, because she was always so happy. And I remember coming up to her like, hold on, pause. You got to tell me what's in that cup. Like, let me find out, because you work same place I work. And I can't stand this place, but just she's walking around and just like floating on the cloud, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, you got to tell me. She's like, oh, let's talk.
Exactly.
It was on from there. Like, it was on from there.
That's beautiful.
I'm grateful for our relationship. God is very intentional.
Yeah.
He really is. And so just like to add some other notes that I had, I feel like it's important to explore things that make you happy. You know, I feel like that's all a part of finding, you know, who you are, and soul searching and seeing, you know, like what fulfills you, what doesn't, what's the pros and cons, and, you know, what you do desire out of life, and X, Y, and Z. You know, it's so funny. I just thought about something, y'all. I remember when I was asking God my purpose a long time ago. I was in the car. And I was like, God, you know, I know that it says that you give us the desires of our hearts and stuff like that. I was like, but what if it's a desire? I was like, what if it's in a girl's desire to be a stripper? That's not a part of your will. Like,
explain this to me, God.
Or is it? You know, his strategy is a whole lot different than what we think. You know, you never know. That might be part of it.
that is so true. I was sitting there like, I know God was like, Lord, my daughter, fix it fast. But
I believe he's gonna use Cardi B and all she went through to bless some folks.
Amen. That's right. I love that. You know what I do notice though? I don't know if y'all ever peep game, but people that like the rappers that, you know, like, you know, are just like out here, you know what I'm saying? Like when they go up for awards, the first thing they do is give glory to God. Like, I always hear that.
Yeah.
But let me see. I'm trying to think of another note listen and trust your intuition. Like, I think that us women in general, we have intuition for a reason, and we really need to follow it. I think that is another key component as well. And then let me see. Pay attention to the small things. You know, you just never know. Like I said, God can speak to you through lip gloss. Like you just never know.
You never know. You gotta pay attention. Like you said, you gotta pay attention. Toya, you gotta pay attention. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Amen.
Did y'all have any other questions for Shay?
I don't. Oh goodness. Yes.
Awesome,
Yes.
awesome. Shay, as always, you are a blessing. Always, always a
Aw.
blessing.
Thank you. I appreciate you. We
Yeah.
were connected for a reason.
Yes, I do believe so. I do believe
Yeah.
so.
I appreciate your energy. I appreciate all that you bring to the table, and I just think you know, choosing to be peaceful and positive, it just feels great, right, Shay? Right? Love,
Yes.
God, yes,
We here, girl.
girl,
Yes.
yes.
Well,
Yeah.
guys, y'all know. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying it just I feel like it makes for your journey in life to be a little bit easier and a
Yes,
little bit happier.
absolutely. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Well, guys, if you are wanting to join her relationship group talk, those links will be in the show notes. Ladies, if you're wanting to be a part of her Pretty in Jesus group, that also will be in the show notes below. But as always, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And make sure you meet us right back here every Tuesday, 4 p.m., right here on Soulful.
See you later.